I've attended all 4 retreats this year, and when I started out, I was getting insights and realizations, and I don't know, it just seemed to be going different. And now, it's like I don't know. I've got this, it's not bad, it's just all this space, and it's like, I don't even know what I don't know. I really don't even care to hear people talking about this stuff. I'm just like...
The honeymoon's over?
Yeah, but it's a good thing. I think there's less of me there to try to gain or get something out of it. That's what it feels like. I'm fine being in the I don't know state. I like to think it's good. But sometimes my mind says, well, you're not, where's the, you're not getting anything out of it. And I know I am, because maybe I'm not getting anything, but I'm losing something. I just feel like I'm in this space.
See, very often before we come across the teaching, we're seeking better and better experiences, and then we come across the teaching and we conceive, to begin with, of the teaching as the ultimate experience. And then we go to the teaching, and to begin with, very often the teaching, every day new insights come, new recognitions, and so it's very early on, often very early on, it's a tremendously powerful experience. But there comes a time when the fireworks generated by the teaching begin to wane. It's not so extraordinary anymore. It becomes our new norm. And for people that are seeking extraordinary experiences, I'm not implying that you are.
Well, you'd be correct if you were.
Well, I'll leave it to you to interpret what I'm saying. But for people who are expecting extraordinary experiences, their initial encounter with the teacher often satisfies that desire. But then after a while, often after a couple of years with the teaching, the fireworks stop, and they then begin to be disappointed with the teaching and with the teacher. And that's often, and again, this I'm certainly not implying in any way, but often that's when the complaints about the community or the teacher begin to creep in. Because we have projected our desire for a marvelous experience onto the teaching or the teacher. The teaching or the teacher seem in the early days to fulfill that desire because of these wonderful and genuine recognitions that we're having, but sooner or later, as the extraordinary nature of these experiences begins to die down and it becomes our new norm, then this old habit of seeking for a marvelous experience, which hasn't yet been completely uprooted, reasserts itself, and we think, the teaching is not delivering. And that's when we leave and we go to the next teacher. It's marvelous for 2 years, and then the same thing happens again. And then we leave and we go to the next teacher or the next companion, and we go from one teaching or relationship to another. The teaching or relationship, they seem to fulfill us temporarily. The honeymoon wears off, and this old sense of dissatisfaction comes back up, which is a remnant of our desire to find an extraordinary experience. It's why you heard me say in Garrison earlier this year that the teaching is the final disappointment.
Yeah, chasing a high, that's been a pattern of mine. I don't feel dissatisfied now. I guess the thoughts just come in. It's like, and I wasn't really projecting it on the teacher. I was projecting it on myself. Like, I'm not doing something right, or I'm not getting it. But there's just you know.
But again, just use this observation, and you are already, the fact that you're asking this question suggests you're doing it already. Use this observation to enable you to see clearly that the remnant of this feeling in you, this desire, this lingering desire for a marvelous experience that you had hoped that the teaching would provide. And now you're seeing that although there have been very profound insights, and as a result of your encounter with the teaching, what you're really looking for is not a marvelous experience. And so even your desire for an extraordinary mystical experience, some extraordinary enlightenment experience, is just in fact an extension of the old desire for happiness in objects, in objective experience.
Yeah, I see that. It's even though I had that experience when I was here last time, like the biggest one I'd ever had, just where I knew I'd never born, never died. I was everything, and it was for hours, and it was, you know. But after that, I knew that there really wasn't. I mean, I wasn't thinking I was trying to hang on to it. It was just a reference point.
Yes.
But even though I say that I wouldn't be asking this question of, you know,
Yeah.
there wasn't something left in there. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.